No! He was our ace in the hole! This game called Chorus. I've had this on my radar for a while since seeing the original trailer. And it looks pretty cool, so...
Okay.
I'm gonna adjust the gamma. My gamma radiation.
Deep into a gamma adjustment sim.
I'm Nara.
Hi, Nara.
I'm Gabriel. Are you as lonely as I am?
And safety for people.
So this is going to be kind of part of our new series of kind of like 4K gaming, because I don't use the TV in the lounge room often enough.
I saw him as the
Which is insane because it's a nice TV.
It's mostly the partner uses it.
Yeah.
Because like that's the thing is like after work we go for a walk and then you know have dinner, watch TV and that sort of stuff. And like when I
Gotta take out him for walkies.
Yeah, I need my walkies. I gotta poop outside.
You can't poop in the house.
No. I'm not allowed to after the mistake last time. But yeah, like, come home and then, you know, I get in my office, I do my things on my PC. So, you know, Kemi is out here on the TV. Because I did get it for her, that's like as a present, because the old TV was having issues, especially with the inbuilt software.
Yeah.
Because Samsung are a bunch of chodes, and their engineers only support the new TVs.
Fantastic.
Yeah. LG is really good though with their support so far.
Oh, that's good. See, like whenever I get like, because you know, I'm not going to spend $4,000 on a fucking television unless it's like, I don't know, 100 inches. So, you know, I always get like the cheaper one. But like, basically the first thing that like they just tap out on is like software.
Yeah.
Which is fine because like my computer's plugged into it, so. I don't need to give a shit if it's got a crappy version of like fucking knockoff Chinese Android and only has those weird apps that I think are sold here and in Bahrain. Like,
dude, it's nuts.
Yeah, it's all these like, there's just these weird Middle Eastern channels that are sort of free, but like, you know, weird. And they're not even like something that might be interesting in a cultural sense. It's just like their versions of shitty boy bands. It's like, I don't want to watch this.
No. They're the sort of things you'd see playing on a TV in a restaurant.
So I left him behind.
A foreign restaurant.
Yeah.
I left them all behind.
Like how they just, you know, so many of them got portable TVs back in the day. Like just old shitty flat screens.
Yeah.
To you know, be attractive because, oh, you can see the TV while you eat and it's just playing some Middle Eastern
or Bollywood
music video. Yeah.
I mean, that's what, I'll just hook it up to YouTube now and just like stream like fucking shit. The house I lived in the valley had like a fucking giant satellite dish in the backyard.
I remember that, yeah.
I found the cable for and actually would plug into TV and would get Chinese television.
Working?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I watched an entire episode of Pokemon in Chinese once.
That's great.
Yeah. Again, it's just, after the initial like, oh hey, this is fun, wears off, which is pretty quick, you're just watching like a bunch of shit that like, you can't understand.
Turns out after a while you just started getting like people's CCTV footage from their house cameras.
I mean, that would have been fucking sweet. Like that, I'd have just left that on.
Yeah.
You know?
People are fascinating.
Yeah.
Because I think about that a lot. I think about it, like, especially when I fall asleep sometimes, I have that dream where the movie thing pans out from the house and then goes, and then goes into another house. Like, because that's what I think about. We're just in a box and it's 3 a.m. What are other people doing in their boxes? You know, that's what
Like, I am very much a non-sexual voyeur. Like, I love seeing people when they don't, you know they're being watched. Or at least, like, aren't thinking about it, you know? Oh, okay, so this, I thought it was gonna be like a third-person action game. I didn't realize it was gonna be a shooty.
I yearn for these sorts of games, eh?
Does it have a cockpit mode? Or are we going real old school?
I think we're going old school.
It just goes top down and suddenly it's Galaga. We can't shoot that, so it's for us. That's how that works. That's how Americans tell their relatives from their enemies, is they shoot at them.
If the circle doesn't find us, I can still reach out with my...
Okay.
I found something.
God, Detective Vision really did just fucking... Hey, now that graphics are at a point where it's like, there's lots of stuff everywhere, and you can't just like immediately visually see the one object on fucking screen that like you can interact with. What are we gonna do about that? Sensors!
Rights require energy, the energy... Oh, well.
Okay.
Oh yeah, down the bottom right.
Gotta get in some of that old-timey fucking space cockpit religion.
Contact.
Shit.
Stationary.
You know what? I'm gonna dismiss that turret. That looks like shielding. I think you're allowed in there. Okay.
I got credits.
That looked like the ghost of an item. Like, I honestly... There's
reckon I
another
can't go in
guy...
there?
Well, it looked like you could because your bullets went through it, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the fucking force field's not like... Because that looks like a force field, you know?
Yep.
It's a force field. Alright. Shoot at it, because I swear your bullets went through it. Alright, no. I swear your bullets went through it. Well, maybe it was the turret's bullets. Because they're like...
No barrier field.
I don't know, friends or some shit.
Turrets shouldn't be friends with shields.
It's an unnatural relationship.
Oh, hello.
Because then you wind up with shielded turrets, and that's not safe. What the fuck's going on there? Alright, look, I feel like... You can't have, like, a blue bubble also be good. Because that looked like a fucking... I was like, oh, is that like a force field thing around the goddamn, like... Aha.
Now I have things.
Alright. Yoink.
Lockdown lifted. You're amazing.
Thanks, Sav. That is your real name.
I love looking at shit like this because it's like basically a guy in a ute driving around just like sort of running things, like not getting out of the ute, you know? Like trying to like get his wheelie bins back inside by just nudging him with the car. And you want him to succeed,
Yeah.
you know? Because that means dreams are real for all of us.
I built her big.
Yes. Big and
Ooh.
slow.
There's lots of things in here.
Target.
I bet things will come be mean to me though.
Nah, this place has jerks. Kind of reminding me of Descent. Except, you know,
Nothing, Seth.
with a capacity to generate an actual 3D space that isn't like just texture vomit that I get lost in.
Oh, dude.
So the art
Like I might be able to actually navigate myself around this environment without going, fuck, have I been here before?
Space the old way. Engineers, pioneers.
I think about these like fucking, you know, like, because I got places like this in sci-fi where it's like, you know, instead of looking like a city everywhere, it's like there's like a village and shit. You know, because they build like a fucking Dyson sphere around like a small sun or an energy source, and then you know, it's spinning, so you got gravity, which I think is what this is. This looks like a city. Like that's, yeah.
You okay?
I knew what had happened here, but seeing it,
And like I feel like I get used to it eventually because like it's, you know, you just have to. But like I feel like that would just fuck with my sense of like my acrophobia, like my fear of heights, like really goddamn bad at first.
Those very doctrines.
I'd have to wear some kind of special hat so I can't
Yeah.
look up.
Like imagine if you were just in this building here, I'm shooting, and you look up and there's like another building at the top.
Yeah, like there'd be an adjustment period where I'm like, this is like fucking with me, and like the fucking youth would make fun of me because like I'm old and born on a planet.
get out of
But
there. Come on.
you could just power drive them. It's fine.
Yeah,
What are you hiding?
I'd be like, shut up, tube baby. Fucking slug him. Drag him to the airlock.
But there's more things I can have. Like, what's that? Oh, it's a turret. Ah.
Oh, he doesn't like
I'm
you.
assuming that's health. Yes.
Yeah, because your health was getting low. It was doing that universal video game screen thing of like, hurty red was everywhere.
Alright. Are there any more power cells? Doesn't look like it.
Ask the blue, Aaron.
Blue,
Yeah.
what is your will?
I mean, fuck, if they could get that, so like I find like keys or things I put down and wander off
Dude,
around,
for
like,
me,
that would be,
the best.
yeah. Like it's not that big an issue for me these days, but like, okay. Look, who's fucking around with space?
Heavy
Are
contact.
you supposed to be going this fast?
Yeah.
Okay.
So fly as fast as you can to avoid getting shot.
I have
All
company,
right.
Sav. Pirate
It just felt like a very narrow space to be fucking going, alright, opening it up.
Give us some grass, Grandpa!
Okay, scavenger. Hand over your cargo and maybe we'll let you go.
Ah, stop. From the 20th century. My day, vehicles only moved in 2 dimensions.
You know what I'd like to see, like, when we go back to, like, when we get space flight in these spacecrafts and shit, I want them to look like 1920 cars.
That'd be fucking sweet, and I don't think, like, I can't think of any situation where someone's done that. Like a space game, but like the entire thing just looks like fucking 1930s Shanghai.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, that shit's due for another fucking, you know, spin. Like, you know, feel free to dip further back for your retro. Because granted, it kind of like taps out, you know, eventually.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think COD pieces need to make a comeback.
Yeah, nah. We can be selective of what we choose.
I feel, well, that's the magical power of the future. You know, we have more history to look back on, and we can go, all right, look, you know, it turns out that wearing a weird, like, fucking, you know, plush penis sock
Sav, the cargo is secured and
has been done for all of history except for, like,
I'm heading back to the enclave.
these 3 years.
Good job, Nara.
And the odds that these 3 years were the correct ones, very low. You know? It's gonna go, all right.
Good.
You know, our capacity for communication these days is a little more subtle. You know, we don't need to be wearing, like, the plush penis sock.
All these years, I've never seen you afraid of anything.
I think that we should bring the COD piece back, but only for, like,
Deadly.
you know,
You couldn't afford
predators and stuff. So, like, instead of going door to door saying I'm predator, you just see them with the COD piece.
Yes. Alright, yeah, see, this is...
In trouble.
That's good, see, that's innovating. I was just gonna banish it from history. But then you're like, yeah, no, sexual predators should have to wear the COD piece.
Because no one wants a COD piece, so
No.
it will deter them at least a little.
Yeah.
Are you good? Oh, well, you pieced out.
Hey,
Um,
Scavenger Nara. I could use some help.
I think you just tell kids not to touch the COD piece. And that's, like, you know, it's a lot easier than a lot of this stranger danger shit.
I'm listening.
It's a quick delivery, but I'd feel safe.
It's alright, don't go to someone's van when they have puppies. But also, like, most strangers aren't child molesters, you know?
yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll help you, sure.
All right. Where to?
Sandwich Outpost. It's not that far.
Alright.
I like that you can just come to a dead stop. I appreciate that.
Azan.
Because, like, so many games won't let you do that.
Yeah.
It's like the best bits of a helicopter. Well, I mean, like, it's weird, because, like,
Left after it.
I mean, you know, it's space.
Yeah.
I still
Like, it's not like fucking Earth, where, like, there's, you know, you're effectively having to swim this weird metal fucking fish through, like, a liquid that we can't really see or perceive because we're in it, you
And
know?
now you owe the pirates.
I'll pay him right after this delivery.
Let me guess, the pirates are going to attack.
Nope, just a perfectly standard delivery, no surprises.
Is it like a hyperrail? I love that, like, I want to live to the point where we just start adding hyper in front of things.
I feel like we're getting close.
Yeah.
I'll drop off my goods.
Here's the hyperrail, here's the hyper McDonald's.
Because, I mean, realistically, we live in a hyper-social environment.
Finally found you.
I have your credits.
Fuck you.
Almost.
Yeah, just like, you know.
Story's growing old. Stay now. Or...
Nara.
Yeah, I'm like right here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna fuck him up.
Okay. I'll cover your debt.
With bullets.
Fine with me. We'll see you, Azan. Go is welcome to join
We
What
should
kind
just
of-
killed him.
Yeah, I know, I was there for killing, not
You
paying.
owe me now.
I know. My cargo.
My guns don't shoot money.
Yours. Follow me.
Well, What is your cargo? Is it guns?
Also, if
is
I'm like wanting money off someone and they're like, I'm literally walking toward the ATM now, I'd like at the most I'll come with them to the ATM. I'm not gonna kick their ass and stop them from getting to the ATM.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's a fucking like, well, let this play out. I might be about to get my fucking money, which is ostensibly what I want. You know, I want money. I don't want to just, you know, this isn't just like, oh yeah, let's kick someone's ass. Because I can just do that without the whole fucking, you know, rigmarole of like the debt. Unless that the ritual's part of the fucking attraction. Are we supposed to be helping them? Why are we ahead of them?
Well, I said go through the gates.
All right. I feel like those are like having, you know, travelators just out in the street. You know, because that wasn't really even very far. Like, that's just where you were over there, you know? But they built this whole, like, fucking hoon tube for you to, like, attach yourself to.
That's what we just need to do in the Clem 7, just add some Hot Wheels style.
Yeah.
If I repay Sav, I might get my own.
I mean, I am supportive of that. That could be part of my mayoral fucking platform along with, like, the roller coaster, you know, public transport system.
Oh, man, that'd be sweet.
I get elected mayor and then just gradually start, like, making it more and more obvious I'm also a deranged, costume-suited villain.
Your Naju power cells are all safe.
And your landing bay is ready.
Look, I have procured for Brisbane the statue of David. That I
Where would you
acquired,
put it?
acquired legally. Just to the middle. You know, I put like a fucking tarp over it so it doesn't get rained on. But like, you know, I want people to see it.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to fucking just look at some fucking colossi, you know, fucking with good abs, like, in my house all the time.
For a cult attack.
The fuck's the
Especially
point of
because,
that?
like, the dong's head height.
Yeah. I mean, it's more than fucking head height, dude. That's like second story. Like,
I forget how big it is.
it is nuts. Like, yeah, because you just see it. It's like, oh yeah, that's a guy. But then you see like a human being, like, I don't know, polishing the dong, and it's like, oh yeah, that's right. It's like fucking giant.
How much money do I have? 950. Oh, man. That one's more. Modification. Ooh, deflectors.
All right. I feel like if you haven't got anything defensive, it might be prudent to get something defensive.
Yeah.
You know? Because I feel like you've got functional piloting skills. It's just earlier when the turrets were shooting you, you know, you were taking damage.
Yeah. It's one of those games where, like, you're gonna get hit. So you...
Unless you're some kind of weirdo wizard.
Oh, can I buy more of that? Yeah, fuck yeah. More hull.
Hey, what does that do?
Gives me more HP.
All right.
So I got more
So
HP,
just-
and I
We're just
got...
doing that American Soldier
more
thing where we
deflector
like
shields.
glue SUV parts to our vehicles and just be like, I've got more armor now.
We just need to weaponize Shaq.
Well, the satellite designed to go on him is close to completion. So that's like part of it. You know, when everyone talks about weaponizing Shaq, and, you know, there are discords dedicated to this. You know, everyone starts with, like, you know, weapons systems. You know, everyone's about giving him, you know, giant claws or like some kind of head-mounted laser that also covers his eyes. So
I
he
just
can't,
think we
like,
need to
execute
drop
his
him
own
into
decisions.
a battlefield just in a pair of shorts, you know? And if you saw him just drop down, you know, like, and just land, no parachute, just you'd be fucked. You'd scare. Shaq's here. He's got a basketball.
Throws tiny Charles Barkley clones. But see, that's the thing, though, is like, you know, you're hoping that then Shaq will do what you want him to do. And see, you know, my first thought is let's get that covered, you know? And then we can start, like, thinking about how we put him into the field, you know? Because what if we want to bring him back in and he doesn't want to come, you know?
Then we need the Shaq squad. The Suicide Shacks.
Because if I'm building a squad that can recapture Shaq, I'd probably just send them into the field. Because I have an anti-Shaq unit then. You know, I have, you know, maybe it's 10 guys, but still, that 10 guys is equivalent to one heavily armed monster Shaq, you know?
What if China developed their own Shaq?
Wasn't that Yao Ming? Like, he's a giant and his knees
I forget
work.
about
That's a
that.
fucking miracle. Like, because most of the time, and Lord help me, you see these in, like, you know, high school and college teams and shit, where it's, like, clearly just a birth defect, but he's, like, 7 feet tall. So, you know, he's on the high school team. And it sucks, because he can't run. Because if he does, his knees will explode. His neck don't look right.
Hey, Scavenger.
Yeah.
Your legendary discretion.
Big, like, really tall people are just honestly scary to watch, just in movement.
They lope.
What do you need, Enclave security?
And like a giraffe,
Special secured delivery.
Mm.
It'll be quick. You in?
except on 2 legs. And with a
All right.
chance that their knee will just bend the opposite direction like a extremely crisp breadstick.
Man, I miss Sizzler.
Don't talk about food, I'm so hungry.
I'm sorry. What is this? Is that the cargo?
I spent
Kieran,
It is.
a lot of money on some goofy purchases, which in and of itself wasn't a bad idea.
What are the goofy purchases?
trust me with your encrypted.
Redoes.
I needed some new arrows. Because, like, I have a longbow, and I have
Canaris outpost.
2 sets of arrows. One was the arrows that came with it,
You'll find my
and
latest
one was some arrows I brought after the fact.
On my way.
And I just bought arrows.
Out.
Yeah.
You know, like, I wasn't trying to fucking put some science. I was like, yeah, fucking pointy and shooty. That's, you know, don't need to overthink this. But, like, the second arrows are, like, fatter and shorter. And I don't think they're for a longbow.
This is from
Because, like, they fly out at kind of an odd angle, and I find them very hard to fucking shoot accurately. Whereas the long ones, I look like I know what I'm doing. You know, like, I could fucking cluster the arrows with the long ones. You know, it's a lot of fun. And my little fucking shooting range downstairs is like fucking, you know, like 10 or 12 meters.
I really need to track down.
And so, you know, it's fun. And then there's the fat boys, and they just, you know, I can kind of get them to go in the general vicinity of what I want.
that payload can be
But it's a very different beast. And I've been trying to, like, teach myself to, like, all right, adapt. You know, there's got to be something going on here. But it just, every time it feels wrong. And so I went online and I got some, like, other arrows that are, like, fucking,
find them.
you know, a bit longer. And hopefully that'll, like, nut out, you know, what this fucking situation is.
Need nut arrows.
I do as well, because I need something I can fucking wallop the miners with. I still feel like the fucking LARP arrows will be fine, but also they are sort of heavy. And it's like, if I'm gonna just fucking annihilate a miner, I may as well, like, you know, or some sort of trap system. You know, the idea is this is to politely, though firmly, dissuade them from, like, being in my yard and harassing everything else. And I figure, like, once you get clobbered by a giant plush fist like the size of you, you know, if you walked into someone's yard and said no trespassing and you was like, whatever, and then you took one step in, and then, like, a fucking enormous, like a gym mat, like, just went thump and just hit you. You'd be like, all right, can't go there.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah. And, like, the great thing about a lot of animals is that's a fundamental communication.
Yeah.
You know, like, all right, maybe it was a mistake or just luck, and then you go in there again and the gym mat hits you and you're like, all right, no, that's the gym mat lives there. And birds talk and they remember shit, so it's like, all right, we can't go there anymore.
Alright, I'm a little confused about what I need to do.
Rings are nuts. I wish Earth had some rings. Like, could we just dump a bunch of sand up there or some shit, or maybe some paint? Would that work?
I feel enough of it is. It's just debris and shit, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe we could fucking, like, get all the space junk and, like, kind of, like...
Maybe we can convince Elon Musk just to send a bunch of shit up there. Maybe we can convince him to finally put the Lance of Longinus on the moon. Because, like, I'm supposed to be finding a thief. But, like, I can't see anything with my sight.
Is there, like, a map?
Yeah, there's a map.
Well,
You know,
isn't there a little doohickey up there saying, like...
Well, this is where I was supposed to deliver the cargo, and then the guy's like, I can't leave my post, can you help me? Someone stole some shit.
Well, yeah, but there's still that little 1.1.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything.
Okay. You sure? Because it might be one of the situations where it's, like, kind of...
I flew through it, I went around it. It's literally just where, like, the mission marker is.
Alright. Well, like like, 'cause I, you know, you fucking terrestrial vision brain, I don't know, like you're hurtling around and I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, so it's like...
See? It's just that's just this is where you go to talk to this dude.
Alright, okay. What does the thingy say?
Gotta find a thief, could weaponize plutonium. And then I went down there and it's like, oh, I can hold the thing, just vision. And I thought that maybe I'd have a trail or something pop up to follow.
Something's gotta happen, because, like...
I'm just gonna go that way.
Fuck it, get on the hoon tube. Alright.
Alright, well, it's definitely not this way then. Oh,
Hey, now there's two things. I might,
No, it's like, it's pretty much looking open world right now. So, like, that's an outpost. That's some dude. That's a
haven.
ship. So, like...
Alright, so what is the...
This game's got legs.
Bring that up again and look at things, because there might be like...
I've already gone to every single marker, and none of them are what I need.
Civilian... sensitive cargo.
See?
Huh. Custom marker, next mission.
Because, like, currently we're on the...
Is it active or...
Yeah, it's active.
That's a contract. Can we abort it and start it again, maybe? Because whatever was going on, we don't know where that guy went.
Yeah, I know, it was
You know?
weird.
Like,
Mission aborted. Alright, where did it plot me?
probably just where you were. I don't think aborting a side mission needs to, like, relocate you.
No.
You know? You're just there.
Alright. Let's go to the sky.
I'm still curious.
Fuck with that.
Outpost coming.
Slow
A
down.
special delivery for you.
Permission to approach Grand.
So yeah, I've got the thing, I talked to him.
From Enclave Security.
He's like,
Okay, well,
hey,
You
just-
can handle it.
Yeah, sure.
I need a favor.
But, I need a favor.
What is it?
I can't leave my post, but somebody just stole 3 tons of high-grade plutonium. If I don't get it back, my boss is gonna be pissed. I really need to track down these thieves.
Accept.
Okay, I'll get them. That payload can be weaponized.
They can't have gone far. They aren't showing on my sensors. Nara,
Alright.
if it ends up in the wrong hands...
Check around these rocks. Like, it says not showing up on sensors.
Yeah, but they're mine aren't sensors, that's my... Like
What's that glowy blue bit down there at the bottom right?
What, those?
Just
Just like rocks. See, then there was this here, right? And then it said press X to sense trail.
right. Ah,
Oh, now it showed... That didn't show up
Right.
last time. So that's why.
yeah, I
Fucking-
think we'd have noticed that.
Yeah. I wonder if, like, holding it to charge it, like, is what fucked it.
Ah, fucking whatever.
It was, but now there. That definitely wasn't there.
Spotted.
Don't shoot! It's the plutonium! We need it back!
You want me to negotiate?
Yeah! They can't activate hyperspeed with that heavy load. Just don't shoot.
But I wanna shoot!
Yeah. He's a thief.
Yeah. And this is like fucking libertarian space. The penalty for everything is death.
Pursuing ship. Please don't fire.
And age of consent laws are just a suggestion.
I can't. Please, I'm not a criminal.
Then stop.
I don't know, that's what a criminal would say.
I made a deal to save my family.
With who?
Cult.
The cult. Jared Leto's reaches in space now.
Did they?
If I do this,
No, only if you join them. They always follow their doctrines. Don't be naive.
Yeah, they're a cult.
it's my only
Probably
choice.
don't trust a cult.
Choice is surrender or I destroy your ship right now.
I so want to fire on
So
you.
what happens now? Like, are they given... are we ramming them? What, we just
I'm gonna ram him.
chase and stop thief? Alright, so we just had to catch up with them.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking...
Mum,
Dora, spare us.
I have guns.
Only option.
Yeah.
We shoot the Colt.
You tell my boss.
Stay put and do your job.
Thank you. I'll do my best.
Ah, God, we gotta shoot these religions out of shit before we get into space. I don't want to deal with space cults.
Dude, you can't stop them.
Sorry.
Good. Consider this your only.
Don't want to fucking have to be taking orders from a weird eyeless Tom Cruise clone.
The space pope.
Thank you, Nara. She's my only family. If you come by, I'll have something for you.
I hope it's brownies.
Space brownies.
Oh, dude. Imagine space weed. Spice. How? Like, I'd just be like lying on that rock looking up at that. And you'd be like, oh.
Being high in proper zero gravity would be rad.
Oh, dude.
Because one time I got drunk underwater and that was pretty sweet.
Fucking, I would be scared of the creepy crawly.
Those did scare the bejesus out of me when I was really little.
Here I am.
Please
I remember
stay
being high in a pool and one going, and it was at night and I couldn't see it. I just heard, and I'm like, ah! It's fucking not okay.
Jesus Christ, a thing!
Understood.
Yes.
Because even in a pool, like, the thing is, it's like, it's not my habitat, you know? Like, I'm in water, I'm just blubbing along like a fucking, you know, faintly buoyant potato. It's like, something touches me
Yes.
on my leg or somewhere where I'm just like, somewhere that shouldn't be happening, you know? It gives me the fucking unearthly willies.
Thanks. Nara out.
Like touching a fucking eel at a creek one time.
Oh, no.
It's just like, bleh.
Dude, I used to have an eel, like a pet eel.
What?
We had tropical fish.
Okay.
And we bought an eel. I
Huh.
really wanted the eel. And
How big was the tank?
it was...
What did eel do?
Well,
Okay,
it's-
right.
it-
So a fairly large tank.
Fairly large, yeah. It just goes under the rocks a lot.
Help us.
Sometimes comes out.
Hides.
Yeah, no, pretty much. The thing you just bought that you really like and looks cool is just gonna hide most of its life. Okay.
I have a pet eel. Really? Where is it? Oh, it's in there somewhere. It's tank. Can you make it come out? No. Okay. Well, that's fun. You
So
do a
many side
grasshopper
maps.
once a week, and that's it.
You know what? Like, has there ever been a game like this that does kind of like open world space?
I mean, like, there are, but I think, like, they're more like the simmy ones, you know?
Right.
Like, fucking...
Find out.
You know, there was that ones that you use your fucking
There's some sensitive card
controller for. You know,
Oh,
your
yeah.
fucking-
No, like, the Elite Dangerous shit like that.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, I mean, like, single player.
Yeah, I suppose this is, like, not expecting me to go online.
Play with jerks.
Deal with the fucking deep spectrum humans who play these things a lot.
This doesn't look right.
I don't have social skills.
Contact Pirate Raven.
Watch your back out there, Nara.
Shielded. Okay, that's all it's got. All right. Shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah! The penalty is death!
Too long. My weapons aren't cut out for this.
Agreed. We need some kind of atomic railgun.
Ooh. Or a gun that shoots Michael J. Foxes. He's back to the future.
He vibrates at the same rhythm as the shield, allowing him to penetrate quickly.
God damn it. He could be the Flash.
They must have found it. Let's search the area.
Wasn't there a Speed Force character that just vibrated? Because I know there
Probably.
was Top who had Speed Force going like clockwise. Because like realistically, there is a lot you could do with like full tilt Speed Force jiggling.
Yeah.
Old art.
You can go through things.
A few managed.
Yeah, didn't he do that a couple of times?
Yeah,
They
like,
did that on the old Lois and Clark. They had Superman like jiggle so quickly he could go through like a fucking force field or some shit.
But
yeah, like Barry can go through things.
Right.
Like, essentially, you could, like, vibrate through you and pull your heart out if you wanted to.
Laser for you in there.
Haven't there been evil versions that have basically done that?
Yeah.
It's such a broken power. I mean, realistic, it'd be hard, like... I mean, it's just as well he's also got relative fast running as a power, too.
Yeah.
Because, like, having Speed Force would be great in that, like, you know, you could get shitloads of done and, like, you know, no one would ever be able to hit you and stuff like that. But, like, minus the fucking actual running ability, it's like, quick, Gabe, you need to get to, like, the other side of the planet, like, in seconds. It's like, okay, relatively, I'll be there in, like, half a second. For me, though, that's, like, a long time. You know, even if I get, like, a fucking car or some shit, like, you know, it's an hour drive from, like, fucking, you know, here to the north side.
Yeah.
How many weapons?
Only a few.
Like, I'm probably just gonna get really bored. Ooh. Beams!
Sick.
They should be more efficient. Pirate ravens. Perfect targets to test my new laser.
We've got looters in our
We got new weapons. Time to kill some people.
Weapon calibrated. Targets
Yeah.
I mean, they're pirates.
That's what they're
Oi.
for, yeah.
You fucker.
Evasive maneuver zone. Bwomp. I like that noise. Get him, get him. Can you, like, zap their shields with your... Look, all I'm saying is why don't we just invent a Gatling laser, you know?
Yeah. Well, like, shoots kinetics, and the kinetics are, like, wrapped in laser.
Laser, yeah.
It's confirmed.
You know?
This weapon still works.
We invented multi-blade razors because we knew this. You know, this principle was known to us back in the old Earth days.
Oh, laser still does alright damage. Even without shields.
Just fucking catapult a microwave at them.
Perfect.
Yeah? I mean, I feel we need to use more microwaves as weapons.
I think that's a bit in, like, whenever I'm watching, like, Star Trek, is like,
Appearance
that you probably got some more, like, okay, granted the species isn't really big on thinking about weapons at the moment. It's like,
stating the obvious.
but, you know, you should occasionally,
Maybe you're right.
I don't know, go find a couple of nut bars and get them onto the fucking weapon issue. Because I feel like the teleporters and the holograms and stuff aren't quite being used as creatively, you know?
Stay away all these years.
Like, why can't I just teleport a nuke into someone? You know?
Yeah, like, I know there's shielding and stuff, but, like, still, you know, what if we just put something near them? What if we, you know, start combining these things and put, like, some tractor beam shit in there as well? Like, I feel like, you know...
A mine that comes out and it's got a tractor beam, so it just pulls you into the mine.
Yeah, or pulls itself to you. Or, like, something like fucking covered in gravity plating, it just fucking, like, plonks onto you.
Yeah.
And, like, you could use these things in, like, fucking... Because, like, if you got a hollow suite, right? You know, and it's like force fields and shit, you could probably get, like, a remote hologram emitter like Rimmer had, you know? And then you could just send over, like, Team Hollow Force.
That'll be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, Picard shot fucking Borg with a holographic gun.
That's true.
And, like, you don't even... And the thing is, with Team Hollow Force, you don't even need to... Like, don't nail yourself down to a human shape. You know, it could just be a writhing mass of tentacles that just hoons through a ship and impales things, you know. I mean, it would... Like, that's what I'd do. Like, they'd be designed to stimulate as much immediate soul-crushing horror as possible in the enemy. Because you don't want to... You know, part of being a peaceful species is you don't want to have to be at war for a long time. You know?
Yeah.
That's crucial to us.
So you want to make it as, like...
It's like, space war would suck.
Forces to get it back.
Because, like, think about Earth war and you're in trenches and shit, and, like, at least you know where the guys are.
Yeah.
They're there. Like, if we're in space, where are they? They could be anywhere.
What's a space trench?
Is that
Yeah.
a spirit?
Last battleship?
Yeah, it is kind of curious, actually. I mean, I don't want to... I'd probably rather... I don't know, I'd rather be in a space war than a trench.
Oh, definitely.
Because at least
better,
I could still
yeah.
use, like, a toilet.
Yeah, no, it would be better like that. But
Yeah.
fuck, man, like...
Paranoia.
Yeah, space paranoia. Oh, shit.
Oi.
Where'd you guys come from?
Like, what if we maybe just all pulled together and wiped out the pirates so none of this was happening? What if we pretended we were a social species for like 5 seconds?
Yeah, but then it's like, have we met aliens? Are they gonna... Are there any aliens in this? So far they've all been humans, I assume.
I feel if there were aliens, the game would have like... They're either going to be a major part of like, well, weren't they faceless or was that humans being weird?
No, it's humans being weird.
Yeah, so do I.
Time to board a circle ship. Okay.
This is Nara calling. What's your status?
Lots of wounded, and the nav systems are fried.
I'll come aboard and help.
Some other parts I've actually liked about like the more recent Star Trek stuff is like sort of... Because one thing that was always bugging me was like, what's the deal with the fucking robots and the ship's computer and shit? It's like, are they sapient? Like, what's going on? Like, is this just an OS? Why isn't this like a little bit more advanced? Why hasn't anyone done this? And they sort of addressed that a little bit.
That's
like,
nice. How do I get in you? There we go.
You know, the Romulans were like, oh yeah, we tried that, and then we had to deal with like sentient robots, and that was bad, so we banned the shit out of it.
I got this thing!
Oh, neat.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, that is like fucking Covenant guns. Hell yeah.
What else does it have?
Going
Oh,
on?
shielding.
The ship systems are
Cool.
synchronizing? We're moving again.
You can't shoot the Matrix.
Listen up, crew. You repair, I fly.
Solid copy. Damn it! The fast sublight drive is offline.
Eat
We're on it.
shit!
Yeah, I'm gonna go kill some fucking pirates.
Now we're stealing from the pirates.
They really
Because, like, we're not far away from where the people were living, you know?
You need
Yeah.
four.
Like, this is like down one of, like, if we just went outside and, like, drove for, like, 30 seconds down one of your cul-de-sacs, it's like, oh yeah, down there's the pirates. And it's just, like, a bunch of, like,
Cul-de-sac pirates!
yeah, weird feral kids with trolleys.
Pirates.
It's like, yeah, you can just walk, probably, if we all just got together and just walked down there and, like, I don't know, belted the shit out of them for a bit. I mean, is this addressing the fucking root social issues? No, but, like, you know...
Oh, shit. Sneaky buggers. Turrets down behind me.
Yeah, fuck off with your bum guns.
This is cool. I didn't know I was gonna end up flying other shit. I like this because like this is big and unwieldy, but
Yeah.
guns.
Like if you strapped a bunch of automatic weapons to a moose.
Dude, moose. I love moose.
Sublight drive should be
I love the
back
word
online
moose.
soon.
Like a moose broke into a Canadian classroom the other day.
That's great. Just wanted to learn.
Yeah.
Repair
All I could hear in my head was there was a crazy moose loose in the Cluse.
Now we've got speed.
Just standing there.
It's more than you.
Shit, this thing is picking up speed. Oi.
Ree, here's your spirit.
Yeah, remember you gotta
Oh,
break.
fuck me.
You gotta break that, champ.
I don't how. I just it takes fucking time to stop.
And Nara?
Thank you, Nara, for crashing our ship into an asteroid and killing everyone.
What are the space breaks?
Oh, I can
Okay.
only have one of these equipped at a time.
There's gotta be a fucking upgrade to like
Probably later, yeah.
have more than one thing. I mean, I'm assuming you can kind of like spec for like
Nobody else could.
beef and guns, or like small and like
Maneuverable.
yeah,
Keep that to yourself, okay?
small and pointy.
Of course.
Always big and beefy and guns.
I never thought
The Zangief principle.
For like space flight, I'm 100% behind that. Like, I want a Star Wars game that lets me fly a fucking destroyer.
when linked with a gifted
It should be like, it should be real time too, so it takes me like
like me.
weeks to get to where I'm going.
I buried my past, burned it out of me.
Oh, it's
The Death Star.
Yeah, who decides, hey, we're gonna take this thing through the Starbucks drive-thru? Anyone want anything?
Vanguard wings in position, Sage.
That's a lot of things.
Good. Commander Storm, execute the revision doctrine. Deploy the jump beacon and call in the psychic totem carrier.
I mean, I'm assuming the piloting of the Death Star's all done like just automatically, and there's not like some room with a guy with a wheel.
No, they just
Protect
tow
the
it.
assault wings. Seek out and engage all enemies in this sector. Honor the profit.
Totally can't.
In chorus stage.
Although, God, I do hope there's just a room with a guy with a wheel.
Yeah, it's a pirate wheel too.
Nothing will disrupt the construction of the Jara Citadel. In chorus.
Where did you get that? Coruscant Antique Store.
We put some NOS in the Death Star.
Just the Death Star with a fucking foil at the back.
The cult's all over us. We weren't ready for this.
I'm almost there.
But some of us are still out there. The cult's targeting them.
Understood.
They don't stand a
I'm
chance
coming.
without me.
Let's slaughter some zealots.
Copy. I'll get there. There's someone still alive.
Who's there? This is Gila Shakri.
Hello.
Where's my mum?
It's Nara. I'll protect
Where's my
you.
mum?
Nara, I'm scared.
I mean, how old are you? Why are you out here?
Stand down, heretic.
Oh, fuck me running, shut up. Fucking goddamn Space Hillsong motherfuckers.
Nara, are you still there?
I'm here.
Help's on the way. Just stay brave for me, okay?
Okay.
You good?
Yeah, it looks like she's fine.
Alright, where's Javi's? Yeah, there's that one. I'm a coming, Javi.
It says it.
Get that kid out fast.
I'll send someone. If anyone's still alive.
Dude, don't say that. You're adding shit to my day. All right.
We're not fighters. It's just families on board.
Save your breath. They don't care.
Nara, they've destroyed my wife's ship. Masika.
Stay with me. I'll cover you.
Your pain shall cleanse you, heretic. In chorus.
In chorus, you'll remember a few.
So. Space Hillsong? Fuck off. You know they're gonna go to space. Totally.
One thing, I don't know if they've ever said it explicitly, but both fucking, oh god, what is it?
Nara, my Masika.
Starship Troopers and The Expanse have made direct reference to just Mormons, like, going off into space. And, like, as the first Starship Troopers, one of the places they go explore is, like, a Mormon, like, you know... I mean, I don't think they're... I don't believe they're trying to convert the bugs, but they, you know, plonk themselves on a bug planet because Mormons. Naturally, they'll get eaten.
I'm on my way to you now.
Mormons
then-
are known for their tastiness. Naturally based
Total,
skin.
yeah, total organic, you know.
Task Force distracts with an assault on the station. The backup group deploys the
Like
jump
guilt
beacon.
secreted when they masturbate just to make them all the more tender.
Psychic totem carrier jumps in.
Oh,
It launches psychic totems on target and retreats.
fuck, there's a psychic totem, dude.
Probably converts people.
Oh no.